All right, hello everybody. Welcome to week 8 of Time to Cook, and this week we are here in Sam's kitchen. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Grace.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very well, very
Good.
well. Nice to have you over.
Thanks, it's very good to be here. Thank you very much for letting us into your home and agreeing to be part of this.
I've been cleaning up all week.
But not the sausage. We need to mention
not the sausage.
The large sausage that's dangling in shot here, because people are only going to be wondering if we don't.
Or we could just leave them to guess why there's a massive bit of meat hanging.
We're not going to explain it. So this week is actually a bit of a themed week. I don't know if you could tell from either Sam's accent or the fact that he is wearing a kilt. Yes. But Sam is Scottish, originally from Scotland, and we are coming up on a special day for the Scots. Isn't that right?
That's right. The 25th of January is known as Burns Night. It is the birthday of Robert Burns, the national bard, the national poet of Scotland. And on that night every year, Scottish people get together, read poems written by Burns, eat the dish we're going to cook tonight, and
drink
generally get hammered. Yeah.
Just another excuse to get hammered, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
In Robert Burns' name. Yeah, very good. We are ready. We are going to go full Robert Burns.
Never go full Robert Burns.
So yeah, we thought we'd use this as an occasion to make a semi-traditional Burns supper and to teach you guys how to make it as well. I say semi-traditional because the traditional Burns supper is very much not vegetarian, right?
That's right.
Kind of contains quite questionable meat products, actually, or animal products.
Questionable is a very euphemistic application of that word.
Look it up online, see what goes into it. It's not the most appetizing.
The question is what doesn't go into it, rather
yes,
than what goes into
exactly.
it. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to use up the leftovers, I suppose.
I mean, that's what it was traditionally. It was like all the leftover bits of the meat that wouldn't normally get, served up to the wealthy people, were put in a sheep's stomach and boiled up, and that's what a haggis was.
Yeah,
but
no wonder you have to drink a lot of whiskey on the side.
Yeah, just to take the disgusting taste away. Yeah.
So no, it is actually delicious. But even as a non-veggie, I do tend to opt for the vegetarian version when I have Burns suppers, just because I'm a little bit squeamish about that. But the haggis that you are going to make for us, is actually vegan. Is that right?
It is. I always thought of it as a veggie haggis, but actually, it can be a fully vegan haggis.
No animal products at all.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm not really strictly vegan or vegetarian, but I don't have access to animal entrails, so it's easier to make a vegetarian one at home.
I would have thought the man that had a sausage like this hanging in his kitchen, that's just an anomaly.
Yeah, less said about the sausage the better.
So, moving on from the sausage, finally, once and for all, can you talk us through the ingredients that everyone is going to need to get to make this along with you?
Yes, I can. So, some of what's here is for the haggis, some of it's for the bits that go on the side. For the haggis, it's basically, given that the traditional non-vegetarian haggis would be a mix of lots of leftovers, animal parts. This is kind of a mix of lots of things you might just have in your kitchen anyway. So we've got about 1.5 cups of kidney beans there, just from a tin. We've got 2 and a bit cups of quick oats, some red lentils there, also about 1 cup, one to 1.5 cups in their cooked form, so we're going to have to cook them later, so that's a slightly lower quantity there, but once we cook them it will be the right quantity. We've got a mix of nuts here, we've got about 1.5 cups of mushrooms, shallots, but you can also use onions, garlic, a big old carrot there.
Very good big carrot.
Yeah, I said to the guy in the supermarket, give me the biggest carrot you've got, and the biggest sausage you've got as well. And he said, say no more. So those ingredients that I just mentioned, they'll go in the haggis, along with a mix of sort of spices and flavourings, paprika, cayenne pepper. There'll also be some stock getting poured in there as well, soy sauce, salt, pepper, and rosemary as well.
Lovely.
And then the rest of it, and whiskey, very important. Very, very important.
Yeah,
whiskey.
that goes in the actual haggis itself.
It goes in the actual haggis.
That's
And then on the plate with the haggis, there's going to be some turnip, which will hopefully have a nice honey glaze on it.
Ooh, lovely.
There's the honey there.
Not entirely vegan then, actually.
That's true.
technically.
That's true. You could use agave syrup for this. I did
Yeah,
have some, but I ran
that's
out.
true.
So we're using honey
Very
because I hate bees, basically. And some mashed potato as well.
Neeps and tatties.
Neeps and tatties, as we would
Yes.
say in Scotland, exactly. And then some spring onion, some parsley, just to kind of garnish it on top, and a slight Germanic touch with Preiselbeeren. I don't actually know what that is in English. Preiselbeeren.
They are cranberries, are they not? No,
Cranberries?
they're not.
No, they're not, are they? 'Cause
They're like Logan bit. Oh, I can't remember.
well,
Poison? No, we're gonna have to look it up. We'll
so
let you know.
get
in the
yourself on
video
Google
description.
Translate and look up Preiselbeeren, and that's what's going to be
They're
just
very
on the
delicious.
side. Very not traditional in Scotland for this dish, but we
It's
are
fusion. We're here in
exactly.
Berlin. You know, I think that's good. Bringing in the German element.
Exactly. And then alongside all this, I'm going to attempt to make a sort of whiskey cream sauce as well with Alpro vegan cream. We'll see how that goes. I've not actually made that before.
Excellent.
So it could be a total disaster.
I love a trial when
yeah.
on camera. That's fantastic.
We'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it.
Great. That is a fantastic array of ingredients. I'm very excited. Equipment-wise, do we require anything special?
When the haggis goes in the oven, you want a loaf tin, ideally. But if you have any kind of baking tray, ideally not too big, but a sort of medium-sized baking tray or loaf tin is perfect. When we mix the haggis up, we're going to use one of those hand mixer things,
Okay, like
a stab mixer.
stick
I think.
blender.
Exactly,
Yeah.
a stick blender, but you can also use a food processor as well.
Okay.
That's like the most specialised bit of equipment. Other than that, yeah, the loaf tin and pots.
Is there a way to do it without the blender, just in case people don't have it?
There is. It just means you have to chop stuff up really finely.
Chop it up fine.
Exactly,
Bash
yeah,
the
yeah.
nuts up. Okay,
Exactly.
so that is an option.
More
but,
work, more sort of manual labour. But
Yeah. It's very Scottish, I feel, anyway.
Exactly,
Yeah. All right, perfect. Well, you will have a few days, as usual, to go and stock up on your ingredients. We'll still be putting the cook along up on Wednesday, but obviously you might want to wait until the weekend or until actual Burns night to cook up this feast for yourself and friends. But we will see you in a few days for the cook along. See you then.
Right.